All right, all right, all right. Fire them up.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Genre of Your Life podcast, your go-to podcast for all things movies, TV, entertainment, and a podcast that, man, it's sad to say that we're almost at the end of the summer movie season, but we still got a few to cover for you all before we say farewell to this, I guess, monumental box office summer we've had, right, guys?
That's been insane.
It's been wild. It's been great. Yeah.
Man, we said it last week in our reaction, Moses and I, we said, quote, the wise future, the prophet future, sensational.
No, it's like it has been.
It really feels like it really does feel like 2016, 2015. I mean, I like 2019 again a little bit too as well. But, it really feels, like movies are really, really trickling back, which is really dope.
We're coming out of that drought.
Yeah. Yeah, we're still not done. I mean, winter's about to, once winter comes in with Dune and Avengers, it's about to be a wrap.
It's a wrap, man.
Which are y'all more excited for, Dune or Avengers? Just curious.
Dune.
I'm more excited for Avengers, actually.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know, because I just saw Spider-Man, we're going to talk about Spider-Man and some other stuff too as well. But it got me a little bit excited, but I know my momentum excitement for Dune is going to arise once, time's clocked in. So. Yeah,
it's Dune for me just for the... I mean, it was even before we saw the prologue at the Odyssey.
Yeah.
But man, that 6-minute prologue they showed us.
And they did. That was really dope. That was dope. That was incredible.
That was insane. It was so good. By the time it ended, I was like, bro, because it felt like a 10-second fucking prologue. That's how fucking good it was. I was like, well, hey, I thought the projector broke or something.
Yo, man. What about you, man? I think my guess for you is also Dune.
It is Dune. I'm not gonna lie, man.
I figured, yeah.
It's like the story is just super fascinating to me. The lore, the philosophy behind the book series, and again, like what Denis Villeneuve and company did with it. I've been hooked ever since I seen the first one. Yeah. And Avengers, I'm gonna see Avengers regardless. I do want to see it, of course, but
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Avengers, those are pretty good because it is damn, but I don't know. I think it's just Marvel kind of was in a little bit of a not the strongest. After Endgame was kind of kind of touch and go for a little bit, but Doomsday does look pretty cool. And you see in the trailer, they're bringing back the X-Men, bro. I am excited to see what they do.
That's what I'm excited about because I realize the X-Men are gonna finally be redeemed. And I've been getting to the X-Men lore a little bit too as well. So I've been really, really excited. I've been watching the show X-Men 97 too as well.
I got to catch up on that.
So I'm just like, man, I'm really excited for this Avengers movie just for the X-Men, I'm excited to see. I'm excited for Dune 2 as well. It's kind of a tie, but I know I'm excited for Avengers a little bit more because been a fan since freaking forever.
2008.
Yeah. But
hey, our whole lives basically.
Yeah.
No, seriously. So
it's gonna be here before you know it. It's gonna be here. We're gonna blink. It's gonna be here. I saw the Odyssey again the other day, at 10 p.m. because I was kind of I wanted to see it again, and seeing that Dune prologue before was just goosebumps.
Dang.
But I also got my little IMAX film reel. Hard to see right now because of the lighting, but I got
I see it. I see it.
That's clean.
Yeah.
I had to get it. But I forgot it was that day. Actually, I was kind of just by chance. I was kind of I'm going to see this movie. I wanted to see it. And I think I had a Fandango card that was expiring, whatever. And I got the last kind of companion seat that's in the back, and it's meant for people who have, you know, companion someone in the wheelchair or whatever. And luckily that there was no one showed up. But I tell you what, I had this guy Commitment who sat next to me, the sort of next to me, pulled up wheelchair and oxygen tank. He wasn't missing this movie. That's commitment right there. That's dedication.
I'm seeing this motherfucker right here.
Yeah, because I ain't missing this. And you know, during like the quiet scenes of that movie, there's quiet scenes that there is, like a few of them that they are. Like you heard his like oxygen tank, and I was like, man, no one should see this man and give this man all the IMAX film strips he wants, like lifetime IMAX supply.
No, honestly,
that's crazy.
But welcome to the podcast. We are so glad you're here. Again, we had a different layout originally for this, but I'm still learning OBS, so stay tuned for that. But thank you all for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying all of our Spider-Man coverage and, of course, all our reaction reviews and so forth. Again, you can find this podcast on your favorite podcast platform on Spotify, Apple, or Amazon Music. Of course, you can find us on YouTube, youtube.com/The Genre of Your Life. Again, when you're on Spotify, Apple, Instagram, you name it, YouTube. Again, leave us a review, leave us a comment, rate the show. We're gonna hear from you guys. Your feedback truly means a lot to us, guys. Again, we love seeing your comments, what you're looking forward to for movies, streaming, you name it, shows. Again, we value your feedback a lot, and we always want to hear what you're excited for and hyped up for. So again, keep on reviewing, keep on ranking, keep on subscribing. Again, we're definitely growing the YouTube a lot more. My dog is now trying to lick my leg. No, but you can't do that. But no, it's been really fun to kind of see how the summer has definitely kind of like, with Odyssey and Spider-Man, all that kind of stuff, like seeing all the discourse. And I just feel like, to your point too, Moses, earlier, you said this week and also today too, that movies are back, man. The movies are back. And it's really cool to kind of see like everyone is like, we don't condone you recording those screens, but it is cool to see everyone just being hyped up to see the Odyssey or Spider-Man, and also that we're reviewing in a few minutes for One Night Only. But thank you all for tuning in. Keep on subscribing, keep on rating, and share us with your fellow movie fan, family, you name it. Let's keep this community and this podcast growing, guys. Your feedback means a lot to us. So let's get into it, shall we? So on the agenda time of this podcast episode, we have one of, like, the kind of end of summer surprises, which is Will Gluck's One Night Only, coming from Universal. If you don't know One Night Only, One Night Only follows two New Yorkers who search for love on the one night of the year when sex is legal. Basically, it's the purge for sex. That's what it is.
Hey, well, just throw me in jail, bro. I'm not waiting one day a year for that.
Well,
Hell
Nick,
no.
Well, Nick, in that case, my friend, take the lead, man. What were your thoughts? Again, not spoiler, of course, for One Night Only.
No spoilers. I didn't realize that Will Gluck had worked on it, and his movies are just so fucking funny to me, man. So pleasantly surprised. It was a lot funnier than I thought it was gonna be, because also I will admit, going into it, I didn't know what the premise was, because I had seen a trailer for it, but yeah. The trailer that I watched did not make it clear that that it was only that it was only legal one night of the year. So I saw the urgency there, but I didn't really understand what was going on. So in the trailer kind of left me like, I'm not really following this, but whatever. So the movie obviously cleared it up. I think it is honestly such a hilarious premise. And like you said, it's the purge for sex, but great comedy, great romantic comedy, genuinely.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic cast. It was like, again, no spoilers, but it was a lot more people in the movie than I thought was going to be in it. I feel like, the chemistry between the two leads I thought was really good. I really liked how the film concluded. I thought it was a strong and honestly pretty solid message. So I really enjoyed that. It was very sweet. No spoilers. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say right now.
Out of 10, what would you give it?
Out of 10, I would give it a 9. So I'll give it like an A. I could like A minus.
Okay.
I liked it a lot. I don't think I'm got a little tweaks for me, but yeah.
All right.
A minus. Okay.
All right, Moses.
I liked. I probably give it like a 58%, to be honest. Bro. I thought it was. I thought it was really good though. Yeah.
I think it's one of the best jokes on this podcast going forward is always a great movie. I give it a D. And Moses those days, Moses goes, D.
When he said that, I froze like a deer in the fucking headlights. I was so. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
All right, Moses, floor is yours, my friend.
I thought it was great, man. I thought it was funny. I think I said this before. It reminded me of that one movie that came out a while ago. I think in 2018, 2017. I'm not exactly sure what year it came out, but it was How to Be Single with.
Oh yeah.
Was it like Rebel Wilson in that movie? Or,
yeah, Dakota Johnson.
Did he freeze him? And Dakota Johnson. That's right.
Oh no, we lost. Did we lose him?
We either lost him or he's deep in thought right now.
Man, he goes, man, How to Be Single, man. He's really. Oh, there he is. He's back.
Sorry, you guys were frozen. You guys were frozen in my end. My apologies.
Oh no, my brother, you was frozen. You was frozen.
You guys were frozen. I did not know what to say. I was like, why are they frozen? Why are they frozen right now?
No, because Moses, you froze like this. You were like, So genuinely, I was like, I thought that he was just like, I thought you were just like really, really deep in thought, man. I was like, he's really trying to figure this one out. He's really trying to ponder this.
Oh yeah.
I was like, take your time.
Literally, I was like, oh man. I was like, oh man, they're both frozen. This is not good at all. But yeah, I thought it was great, man. I thought it was fun. I had a good time. It was also very charming too, as well. It was very, very sweet. You know, I thought it was some reason. A part of me thought it was going to be more, more hectic and more crazy. You know, for some reason. You know,
like the
especially
Purge.
a title. Like I mean, yeah, like the Purge. I kind of
wish it would have actually turned into the Purge a little bit, where it just kind of was like, just chaos in the streets.
Yeah. Yeah, but I had a great time. Man. I thought overall, when it comes down to it, I thought the chemistry between the two leads was really, really great. Without saying a lot, without really spoiling the movie, I just had a good time, and it also makes you want to live in New York a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Like it really,
it kind of does,
gives
like,
you
that specific area of New York, though.
Yeah. It's
so.
It really makes you be like, don't you want to live in New York too? It's like an ad for New York, basically.
As long as it's like the fucking like Upper East Side, I'm with it.
Not Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
Heck no, bro.
You go see Daredevil there.
Yeah, bro. You're like, shit, not again.
In the hallway.
Like I sure hope I see like Daredevil and Spider-Man fucking runs into the Punisher. Like, I'm moving back to Phoenix.
Yeah, right.
Heck no, I turned down the wrong corner on this one.
I'll take those fucking rats in the subway over that. Absolutely not.
They got some big ass fucking rats. When I was over there, I almost had to fight one, bro.
Well, again, not spoil. There's a scene where they had to go into the sewer to get something in this movie, and I was like, hell no.
Again, like something happened with the thing that they had to get, and just because I was telling this to Nina, but like they never followed through with it, because I'm like, you did something that's kind of fucking gross to me, and no one's acknowledging, no one's bringing this shit up.
Yeah, New York's not a real place.
Hey, man, I guess it's really, really crazy. It's like one night only, and it's like people really want to go at it, I guess, and it's really like that.
Give me the fucking chair, bro. Give me the fucking electric chair. One night only. Hell, I'll be the biggest criminal y'all ever met.
I said this in our reaction. I thought Will Gluck, man, is 4 for 4 with these rom-coms with Easy A and Friends with Benefits, Anyone But You, and now this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I genuinely love Easy A. I love Anyone But You. It's just a delightful way to end the summer at the movies. I think we had a front-loaded summer of the movies with, again, obviously Devil Wears Prada and Odyssey. I mean, all these big movies. But to have a movie like this, a studio comedy at the end of the summer that delivers is really rare nowadays. Like, wow, like a kind of like late summer surprise, which is awesome. And to echo what you guys said too, I thought both Callum Turner and Monica Barbaro just have like fantastic chemistry. And I think what Will Gluck does really well too is that he casts people that have really, really authentic and good chemistry. Whether it's the guy from You, I think is it Penn Badgley? Is that him from You?
Yeah, Penn Badgley.
him and Emma Stone and Easy A, Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake and Friends with Benefits, Glenn Powell, Sydney Sweeney, and Anyone But You. But like it just he cast kind of the real kind of like that like connection you see in the kind of those modern goes back in the day rom-coms that we grew up on at least. Some of the cameos, again, no spoilers of course. There was some cameos in this that caught us all by surprise. We were like, hey, yo, is that so and so?
It's crazy.
I had to give one away. It's a small one. The Flavor Flav one is so funny because like he kind of like kicks off like the like in The Purge when you have the sirens. You got Flavor Flav doing it for this movie.
Yeah,
and it's so absurd, but like as a New Yorker, it works. It works.
It works.
But there's some funny cameos that all of us were like, wait, hold up now. That's and it's it
felt like an Avengers movie, with like, celebrities.
It
basically.
Really did. It really did. There's a couple we were like, wait, no way. It's really funny. And speaking of which too, like there is some really oddly, like Anyone But You Easter egg. So if you're a fan of that movie the way I am, I love that movie. Just pay attention carefully on one of them especially. And then we're walking out doing our reaction. We both said the Gluck verse. This is now part of the Will Gluck universe with his rom-coms. But yeah, it makes New York feel like a character again. Like I do love seeing, again, to Moses' point, we saw the movie as well, he was saying that, like, wow, letting the modest, lower budget movies filmed in New York really works because, again, you have NYC as a character and you have this backdrop to make it feel, like, authentic and make it feel like, it's I think NYC even got, like, best romantic city for couples or singles, whatever, this year. So it kind of, like, it's good timing for this movie as well as, this New York. But no, I think walking out of this movie, I had a similar feeling to anyone but you. But I just felt good, and it was delightful. Like I just had a good smile on my face, and singing with you guys, singing with Nina, we were all laughing, having a good time. It's like, oh man, like this is like I love seeing comedies like this with my boys. Seeing with the audience too. Is that like you just want to laugh with a crowd and audience. You want to feel good for an hour and a half and just escape and just feel delightful. And I had the same feeling seeing Easy A. I had the same feeling seeing Anyone But You. Just walking out, man, I just felt delighted. I was gonna. Good.
No, I was gonna say, just coming from like all these movies and seeing all these movies that were blockbusters and everything, Spider-Man and The Odyssey, Michael, and all these other movies and everything like that this year that were great. Project Hail Mary.
Oh yeah.
And seeing this one that was a little bit light, that was a little bit easy. Easy A. No, I'm kidding. That was a little bit easy. It just, I don't know. Me and Doug walked out from the theater as we're setting up to do like a quick review. We're both kind of just looked at each other. We're like, man, I love movies.
Yes, we did. We put that in our reaction too.
But yeah, it really does make you feel that way, overall, because it is so light, and it is so fun. So, sorry to cut you off, dog.
No, you don't apologize. You're totally fine. But no, just delightful, man. I love seeing. Again, I know we love all the genres, but walking out feeling delighted over a movie, you're just like, oh man, my life is good. I mean, you walk out feeling hopeful and optimistic, and the hopeless romantic that I am. But yeah, love this movie. It's a really kind of like, again, just please make more R-rated comedies like this. For the big screen. Like if this was on, Prime or Netflix, yeah, it still would have been probably decent, but like just that experience, laughing with you guys, laughing with an audience, a collective, experience is it's very therapeutic to me in a lot of ways, also very cathartic. I think all of us grew up on seeing big comedies, on the big screen. So I love this movie. Again, to quote you, Nick, on our reaction to like Will Gluck, man, keep doing more comedies like this. We'll show up. I love this movie. Dare I say this is my top 10 of the year so far. I just love this movie so much. And I'm also with you too. 9 out of 10. The only con I can give it was that I kind of wish they kind of explained really like why they're doing this. I mean, it's briefly touched on, and I won't say what it is, but it's kind of like it's introduced of like, oh, here's why we're doing this, and then I think the Purge movies kind of have like a better reason of like, oh, they do this because of this is whatever, and that kind of themes explored throughout most of those movies. But granted, this is a rom-com; they won't get too deep with it, but it's kind of just
trying
like
to get
thrown
deep
in
with something
there.
else, but not with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Bro, I'm weak as hell. But I would say I give it, because I forgot to rate and everything like that. I'll definitely from 1 out of 10, I'll definitely give it I'll give it a 8.5. I'll give it 8.5 for sure. And it probably will be in my top 10 this year.
Yeah.
We'll see. I know the year's not over and there's so many other movies coming out in the fall and then winter. But yeah, it definitely is. I really had a good time. So, but yeah.
Yeah. Again, man, let's make comedies like this for the big screen. They'll show up. And what I kind of don't understand either, and this is me just kind of being like, oh, how dare you, whatever, but I don't get how this movie has a 48% on Rotten Tomatoes. I do not get.
It has a 48? I thought it was like a 53 or something.
It went down before we began the show, and I was like, just laugh, y'all. Like, I was like, I'm like, why can't we just laugh at the movies, guys? Why can't we just like have a good time and just like, I don't know, just like forget about our worries and troubles for a little bit.
It's 49 now.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, baby.
We in positive momentum right there. That's what's up.
Yeah, like anyone but you is like a 49 or 51 too, and I'm like, y'all, this movie's just delightful. Just have a good time. Like,
I'll give that to anyone but you. I'm just, like, I wasn't feeling it as much as One Night Only or Easy A.
Okay,
I didn't finish Friends with Benefits. I was I was too young for that movie when I was watching it, but
it's worth the rewatch. I watched it recently, and it's really funny. And honestly, a lot of funny cameos as well. And Woody Harrelson playing this gay dude is hilarious. It's so funny.
God,
it's so funny,
because I wasn't able to finish it because it was like me and my stepbrother, and my stepmom was there, and like he was like, "Yo, guys, I really want to watch this movie." So like, okay, yeah, fuck it. He put it on. And it was like Friends with Benefits, and because it was on, it had like just came on like TV or whatever, like blah 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 blah. And then when it got to those like more mature scenes, he just kind of looked at us and then left out the room. So then me and my stepmom were like, "What the fuck was that?" And like the next time we caught up, they were like, "Bro, why'd you put the fucking movie on just to not watch it?" I'm like, "No, you was the one that wanted to put this shit on."
Yeah, man, you chose this.
I don't want to deal with this.
And I'm like, "Bro, you just you fucked up the whole dynamic of the house.
You ruined the night."
You did, yeah, but no, yeah. One Night Only. This was a really good movie.
I'm with you on that. I think I like this movie more than Anyone But You. Anyone But You definitely a comfort movie for me. I can definitely see some of the cringe of like the Sydney Sweeney's dialogue, whatever. But I still I watch that movie once a year. I just feel delighted. But as an enjoyment factor, I enjoyed this movie a lot more. Just for
this one was it was stronger, I think.
I agree. But yeah, guys, check out One Night Only. Recommend this movie. Got 3 glowing recommendations. If you want to laugh, have a good time. Again, if you've ever seen Spider-Man Odyssey, man, you want a nice little end of summer surprise delight, go see it. It's a great date night movie. Great date movie. Hang out see it with your friends, but all genders, and just hour and 42-minute movie. Just go in the movie and escape for an hour and a half. Just really just turn your mind off and just laugh and just we live in kind of these like stressful times, and just being in a theater with an audience with the strangers and just laughing together collectively. It's a beautiful feeling, man. It really is. So go check out this movie. You'll be delighted. In theaters this Friday, August 7th. All right, guys. Moving on to now. The movie that is now, oh my goodness, Absolute Cinema. That's right, Nick. Absolute Cinema. That has now, who would have thought Spider-Man Brand New Day would beat the Avengers when it comes to biggest opening weekend of all time? 360 mil. Like, what?
Hey, Tom Holland, if you're listening to this, man, I need about 4 or 5 more solo Spider-Man movies from you, bro. You can't this guy. You can't quit. You can't. You gotta stay, man. I need that black suit on,
dude.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere, man. After this, he's not going anywhere. Especially the fact that he was able to do this like without any big like co-leads in terms of like superheroes or whatever it might be. I mean,
or Toby or Andrew,
I mean, you have the Hulk, but he's not like one of the biggest like A-list like superheroes right now,
or the Punisher.
But other than that, it's just Punisher and him, and that's pretty much it. So so it's like that's crazy. That's crazy. That is wild. And then you know what's really really crazy is the fact that I feel like Avengers Doomsday is not gonna come close, or it might come close, but it might do maybe 200, 290, maybe even 200 even, but it's crazy. That's
no
crazy.
Way. It's just the amount of like hype this movie had, but also too, it's like you're right, Moses. Like I think what it was too is that people really wanted to see what came after the spell. I mean, No Way Home was a moment for everyone. It was the first big movie. We're getting out of COVID, and it made 260 mil opening weekends. And now it's the third. At the time, it was second highest opening of all time in a pandemic, and during a pandemic. And then now Spider-Man doing it. But I think it kind of shows like there's no thing about superhero fatigue. I only believe a part of it. I just think is like people want to see good movies. People want to see good movies again. That's what it is.
No, I'm with that. I think the whole superhero fatigue thing is like to kind of piggyback off of that. Like it's like if the story is good, then the movie will be good. People will enjoy it. The superhero fatigue comes from it's just been an influx of shitty superhero movies.
Yeah.
So people are tired of like superhero movies. We're tired of seeing like bad movies. It's just a bunch of these bad movies happen to be fucking superhero movies. So
the Madam Webs, the Morbiuses, like these very kind of
this whole like Spider-Man villain cinematic universe shit. I'm happy that that's over. I don't know what the fuck y'all were doing. None of them films were even fucking connected.
Yeah.
No.
I'm glad Sony stopped with that. I'm glad they did. I'm just like. They better not try to start again. Like, you know what?
No, do you know why? Oh, it's funny. Do you know why they did that? Right? Of course, because if they didn't do that, they had to get the rights back to Disney. And Sony was like, count their money. They go, hell no, we're not doing that. So, but it was a joke. But granted, I remember when we saw the first Venom movie in 2018. I remember us walking in, still optimistic. This was the year of Black Panther and Infinity War. And I remember everyone's like, oh, man, you seen that bullshit? That shit's ass. And we were like, oh, we're going to see it for ourselves. I remember all three of us having a good time in that movie. We walked out. We were like, that was kind of fun, actually. Everyone we knew in like film school was like, yo, like that shit. And we were like, yeah, we did. It was fun.
Bro, I hated, I don't hate, but it was so annoying hearing film students talk shit about superhero movies or whatever the fuck,
better than
blockbuster movies.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I'm better than that. Oh, yeah. You watch those type of movies? Those are terrible. I hate all those kind of people.
Oh, I do. I
hate
know.
it. I just find them annoying. But
I know.
But anyways, that's wonderful. 2 cents out there.
It's true. But anyway, yes, this movie now is the biggest opening weekend of all time. It's already crossed $1.1 billion globally. But again, by the way, full spoiler alert to all our listeners, both video and audio. We are going to be talking about spoilers for Brand New Day. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, first of all, why didn't you see the movie? And two, go see it and then come back to this a review. Starting with you Moses, time around. Speaking of, again, spoiler, of course, like, I think it's pretty safe. You definitely enjoyed this movie a lot. I mean, how did you feel? Again, spoilers, of course, too. How you feel about Brand New Day?
I thought it was great, man. I had a great time. I really did. And I feel like overall, when it comes down to this film, it was very grounded, in terms of wanting to really try to relate to the audiences in a way where, you can really, really understand how Peter Parker's, what Peter Parker's going through in terms of loneliness and things like that. And the fact that it made so much money and the fact that so many people wanted to go see it, I think, there's a message there where people are going to take back home, which is understanding that they don't need to feel that way. And I think that's what Peter Parker, Spider-Man, in general, kind of understood. The fact that he was alone all these years, right? And doing all these things alone and being a superhero alone and just being a civilian alone as Peter Parker, right? The only time he kind of felt like he wasn't alone, right, was being Spider-Man, right? And that is kind of sad when you think about it. The fact that you got to put on a mask for people to know who you are a little bit. But when you walk outside as Peter Parker, it's like, who is this kid? So it's the fact what this movie, the message is kind of about reaching out to people, and letting them know that you're there is really, really cool. And the fact that it made so much money, letting that message out is even better too as well. So, and yeah, I love the Punisher in this movie. I really do. I thought he was a great, ensemble and audition, with Spider-Man. And I thought the duality between them was really, really it's really funny. It was funny,
It was
man.
so funny.
It was funny. There's a scene where he's like, well, if I do, I'm gonna do it my way. Just go. Go.
Go. Or he tells MJ, yeah, go kick rocks. That harassed me.
I'm like, that's just like a millennial type of thing to say, or whatever it is, or even
hell yeah.
Know.
Oh my God.
Kick rocks.
Kick rocks. Yeah, get out.
That's kind of real though. Like y'all did not
that's
come over to my
horseshit.
house and thought it's bullshit. Heck no.
Yeah. It was hilarious. But yeah, I thought it was funny. With Sadie Sink, I mean, it's already out there. Her playing Jean Grey. I thought she was great too as well. I'm a little bit iffy still on her playing Jean Grey for some reason, but I'm excited. I mean, I love Sadie Sink. I love her. I love her in Stranger Things.
Why are you iffy on her?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe because I don't see. It's like Jean Grey is supposed to be with the rest of the X-Men, right?
Yeah, it's too new and it's kind of like they handle the character different.
Yeah.
If I had to hazard a
fine.
guess.
Yeah, and it's fine. I'm cool with that, but I think my excitement will eventually be even more there once she's there with the rest of her gang, with the X-Men and everything like that. But I'm happy that she was in this movie. I mean, I love Sadie Sink in Stranger Things, and yeah, I'm excited to see what she brings to the plate with the new X-Men movie that comes out, and she was great in this film. She was great. Yeah, it was great, man. It was a great movie. It was a great movie. That's my take. I might have some other input here and there, but yeah.
All right, Nick, floor is yours, my friend.
So I like the movie a lot. I felt like it was the strongest for me and Doug, we had kind of talked about it, but it was the strongest for me like the first half when we saw just how he was living as Spider-Man versus Peter Parker, how he was balancing all of that. I don't know, like something about me, I love seeing like my superheroes where it's like we kind of don't really have anything except for like the superhero gig. So like I like seeing that he was living in it was like the attic or whatever of the apartment complex, but like he had all this computer set up. He had like the 3D printer over there, like it was techie, but kind of like low grade tech, like just enough to kind of get by. The spider suit was cool. The Spider-Man suit was cool, but yeah, I thought it was really good. The Sadie Sink as Jean Grey, I liked how they handled her. I'm not even super because I'm generally familiar with the X-Men lore, but I'm not as specifically familiar like with the characterization of Jean Grey. So part of it for me was like I'm not totally sure if this is like necessarily a quote unquote like faithful adaptation, but I liked it. I had a good time with it. I like that she had some edge to her. I like, kind of like towards the end, like, like this is humanity, like this is what they do to people like us, da 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 da. I was like, that's what I want to see in the X-Men movie. So I'm glad that they kind of geared that up. I will say though, because I saw it on Sunday with my wife, my sister, and my niece and my nephew, and I felt like when they were focusing on like Jean's story and everything like that, it was good, but for me, I felt like I don't think I would have put it like in a Spider-Man movie like this.
I agree.
So Marvel, if you're listening, hire me after what I'm about to say. What I think would be kind of cool would be Sadie Sink or Jean Grey's story like exactly as it is. You have it where I wouldn't put that in this movie. I would have had it where like like the first MCU X-Men movie. You got Charles Xavier, and it's kind of like not really the beginning of his team. Like he's maybe had this team for about like let's say like 3, 4, 5 years or something like that, but it's still kind of secretive. And it's like teenage to early 20-year-olds, but like, Cyclops, Storm, Beast, Nightcrawler, and Angel. And they get wind of like, hey, there's this telepathic being out there, hopping bodies, all that kind of shit. And, blah, blah, blah. It's just the Sadie Sink story. This is how Jean Grey was like introduced to the X-Men. That's how I would have done this. So like they go through the whole movie, like they learn about like what happened with the sister and VMAX and all that kind of shit. And then, by the end of it, she's part of the team. And then, you got like all the other X-Men movies and MC movies and like that. But yeah, I liked it. I just kind of felt like the Jean Grey stuff, it was good, but it felt weird for a Spider-Man movie. And
yeah. I would say, I mean, I get it. I get it. The fact that they want to introduce, they want to be able to introduce the X-Men right before they go on into their own film and everything like that. Right? They want the audience to be like, great. That's Jean Grey, right? Isn't she part of the X-Men? Blah blah blah. And to do it with this movie that made $1 billion, right? It's a good way for the audience to be excited for the fact there's an X-Men movie coming out really soon. So
that's a good point because it is going to set it up.
So it's a great way to set it up. A movie that made so much money, right? I would probably, for me, I would have used probably like a different character. That's my only, So, but I'm still glad that the fact that we got Sadie Sink and everything like that as Jean Grey. But
she was a cool Jean Grey.
Yeah. But my only thing is that I wish that like. Because I heard that she's like 16 in this film, right, or something like this. She's like 16 or 17.
Really?
Right? Am I wrong?
Really?
I'm not saying you're wrong. But
it's funny because I heard that her sister, that she like Jean Grey's sister in this movie, like the actor is younger than Sadie Sink.
Huh. Yeah, really? It said.
Yeah,
it's not
she plays the older sister. And she plays the older sister.
It's not confirmed, but they're saying 18 because, like, why they're on their own. Why they're on their own? Because they're now out of the foster care system.
Oh,
people are saying 18.
Because also it seemed like there was some chemistry between her and Peter when they were like in his memory.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was a little moment there. I was kind of like, are y'all like actually geared up for this? He's like, yeah, me. And I know it's just like he's just being a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
I think he was being more of like a mentor. I took it more as a mentor.
That's how I took it.
What I mean?
Yeah, so, that's how I'm taking it. But like, there was just that little kind of like, are they doing this?
Yeah, I don't think that
they should, but I got it. I just, I didn't want to say nothing. And then one of my coworkers, the next day, he's like, I was kind of noticing that too. I was like, okay, at least it's not just me. But in addition to all of that, when I was initially like, my initial thoughts were kind of like, again, like Sadie Sink was cool. It was cool to see Punisher. It was cool to see Bruce Banner again, and it was cool to see him as the Savage Hulk. And initially, I was kind of like, I wanted to see him just Spider-Man versus the villain just by himself, like no help from the other heroes. Because to be fair, we have seen that with his other 3 movies already. But I feel like with this one, it was, like 90-95% him. Like it was him, leading the film and stuff like that. 100%. So they did a good job with that. And what I came to realize, or at least the opinion that I kind of formed was, each of these other characters kind of like reflects Peter in such a way. Like when he's interacting with the Punisher, right? He had that line like, I'm not like you. I got to XYZ. He's like, oh, you think this is a choice or whatever he said. But Frank Castle, the Punisher, represents like, this is the route that you could go because of where you are. Like you don't have any friends, you don't have any family, so you're kind of like only doing the Spider-Man thing, just like I'm only doing the Punisher thing. So you could get, you could kind of go down that rabbit hole and potentially get consumed by it. With Bruce Banner, the Hulk, it's like, we're both kind of not exactly scientists, but, we're both, for lack of a better term, I'll just say scientists. We're both like kind of monsters made by science in a way. It's that duality. We both have
They're trying to manage your own powers too as well to make sure it doesn't hurt anybody, you know,
yeah,
too, as
exactly.
well.
Like
So,
I gotta manage it. I gotta fucking control this thing so that the shit don't just spin out of control. Because with Bruce Banner, when he gets out of control, it turns into the Hulk. With Peter Parker in this movie, when he goes out of control, you know, so the black guy's not. I thought he was gonna break Scorpion's back. By the way, when he was when he's going like reserve mode, I would have had him do it.
Yeah.
When Scorpion was like on his stomach and like he put his foot on his back, I would have heard a giant fucking snap right there. Because like I like when my movies just kind of take it there, so I would have taken it there. And then Jean Grey's character, you know, it's like, you know, we're like young people with these powers and nobody really understands us. And a certain, you know, in a way, we both kind of have to hide from the rest of the world, and it's kind of tough for us to like to fully relate to others. So I liked how each of those three characters, you know, was a solid role for Peter. Kind of crazy that Peter Parker in the MCU as it exists right now essentially invented the inhibitor thing. Because in the comics and like the shows, like it's a collar, but he's like, oh, I can make it universal. How the fuck did you do that off of like whatever your fucking budget is? Yeah. I'm sure he's working, but you got to be working at Walmart or with Five Guys or some shit like that, bro. How did you create this? Yeah.
Also, speaking about work, before Doug, you can take it and everything like that, because we want to be able to hear your thoughts too as well.
You're good.
But you know, what was his job?
Thank you, Mo. That was my first note. How the fuck was he paying for that apartment? All that
what
tag?
Was he paying for? Like,
bro,
I mean, like I know he. What was he like? What was his job? Like,
bro,
I wish we knew that.
Thank you.
If you guys know about the YouTube channel New Rockstars, check it out, because the dude on there, I think it was Eric Voss. He had like theorized, or like it might have been him, it might have been someone else, but the theory that I heard was that Peter was working at the at that sandwich shop from the first Spider-Man movie, because
he wore the shirt.
Oh, Del Mar's.
He had the shirt, and somebody put out like they probably aren't really selling, you know, pizza shop merch like that, which implies he might be an employee of the pizza shop. So that's kind of maybe how he was able to get by.
I'm sure. I believe that part, but that apartment would have been hella expensive. Like,
well, yeah, but like it was like he said, like we mostly just use it for storage, basically.
That's fair.
He probably got it cheap, and then even the
all
the computers and tech. Fair. This is where it gets a little bit bullshitty to me.
I feel
the computers and stuff, because somebody said like he's probably just been like dumpster diving. I'm like,
I feel like he has.
I believe that, but who's throwing like that type of shit away? You made a fucking universal power dampener off of some shit that you found in the dumpster. That's the part I'm like, I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that, but I mean, it is, you know, it's a comic book movie, so like, who knows?
Hey, remember when Iron Man made his suit in a
goddamn... He might have been dumpster diving at Stark Industries. That's probably where he found this shit.
You know what I mean? He made when Iron Man made that suit in the cave. That's when I was like, you know what? That's when I was like, you know what? Anybody, anywhere, if they're a genius, then they can build anywhere. They can build anything. They can build anything, basically. So that I didn't mind the tech or whatever it was, you know, because I knew he dumpster dived like we knew before. So, but yeah. Well, take it away, Doug.
Yeah, no. I was trying to go for Nick's record because I saw this movie 3 times in 48 hours. I saw it Wednesday with my brother, Thursday with Moses, Friday with Nick.
No one's beating my record, bro.
I know. Like, man, I'm going for his Infinity War record. But no. I am the fucking diehard, massive, like lifelong Spider-Man fan. And this movie, I gotta be honest, when I first watched it on Wednesday, I was like, oh, I love this movie. But then for some reason, on second and third rewatch, I kind of went down on my likeness a little bit. I was like, oh, I like this movie. I don't love it the way I first loved it. And I caught some things where, again, the things where I was like, well, I really think that for me personally, they're talking about, oh, yeah, this is going grounded. This is going grounded. This is going grounded. I think the first half of the movie is incredible. Is, dare I say, spectacular. Dare I say, amazing. Like, it really gotta keep it on brand. I really do love like how like the grounded nature of like Scorpion and Tombstone, same actor who was in the Spider-Verse movies.
I wish he had more. I wish he had more freaking
Me
Tombstone
too.
for sure.
Yeah, because the actor was in that show Black Lightning. So when I heard that he got cast, I got pretty fucking excited, and it was just the one scene.
Yeah, I was like, oh wow, it felt like kind of like, man, all these villains and going through the whole, his like Rolodex of villains and seeing all like the call back to the comic book covers. I was like, oh man, I read all these and I have these upstairs in my living room, and I was like, oh man, I love that. But I think for some reason when we get that, I still like the second half a lot. Like the Punisher and him are just so well together. That Hulk scene, the Hulk Punisher fight scene with Spider-Man is awesome.
Oh, that was great.
He comes in. and then he goes, Frank goes, Frank, what are you doing? Yeah, try to help you. That's the Hulk. Like it was so funny. I'm like, yeah, that's the fucking Hulk. And
Hulk,
I love that. And also, we've been vocal about this show about like, I mean, I was tired of seeing Dom Toretto version of Hulk. I wanted to see I was tired of seeing Hawaiian Dad Hulk, man. Like I wanted to see Savage Hulk again. I was like, oh man, because like Endgame it worked. But then it was everything, and I was like, "Oh man, I don't want to see like."
Then it was everywhere, yeah.
Y'all made him kind of fucking lame. It's like this dude cracks planets if he gets angry enough.
Yeah, and I was like, "Yo, man, look like a fucking Home Depot worker." Like, man, I was kind of like, man, I wanted to see him like, I don't want to see him shopping at Lowe's. I want to see him like actually, be Savage Hulk again. Yeah, it was brief, but man, I love that when he goes full Savage Hulk again after what now? Almost 10 years after Infinity War. I was like, like, wow. And that really, I love that scene. And I think to Moses' point, we saw with him is that the color grading looked great. Cinematography was, superb. I love a lot of things about this movie, but I got to say on second and third rewatch, I still don't think, again, I think he sings a great Jean Grey, great casting, great casting. However, I still don't think it was the right movie to do that with Spider-Man. I would have liked to seen Scorpion and Tombstone, or even to Nick had a good point when we saw it on Friday. Mr. Negative from Spider-Man PS4 game.
Same awesome. Powers, just different.
That would have been awesome. Like not the whole
that would be
all the villains.
That would be that would have been really dope.
I would have loved that. So for me, this kind of felt like Marvel Feige kind of putting, hey, like we're gonna do Grounded for the first half, but we're gonna we gotta tease something here, and that's fun. I mean, I do your thing, make your money, do your stories, whatever. But I still would have liked to seen the commit to the Grounded hour 45, 2 hours of him kind of just getting beat up, maybe seeing J. Jonah Jameson kind of harassing him and kind of Spider-Man, all that were not the same way of the Toby movies or Andrew movies, but I really wanted to see because they kept teasing it oh man, we're going back to basics, we're going back to street. I was like, all right. And yes, I've been on the record on this podcast in public saying I still wanted to see another team up of Andrew, Toby, and Tom, maybe in Doomsday or in Secret Wars. But the first half that really got to me is that whole scene, and then of course when he sees Ned again, he sees MJ again. That scene where he sees MJ kissing her new boyfriend, had me in tears when I first saw it.
That is a male canon event.
It has to happen, bro. It has to happen. I was like, fuck. And so I was like, God damn it. That really got me. And of course, this scene everyone's talking about was when Jean mind controls MJ, and she goes, "Go ahead, Peter, touch her, hug her." And everyone was like, "Hey, yo!"
That got me. You saw my reaction.
I remember. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
You saw my reaction, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, "What the? Oh, that's crazy."
That really I was like, oh, that, because could you see how broken he is, and he hugs her. I miss you so much, and you see him crying, and
I know,
oh dude, I had goosebumps. That part got me goosebumps where I was like, oh man, it's kind of like that dream, when you've gone through a breakup, you've gone through a heartbreak, whatever, you had that dream of you're seeing someone you love, and then your alarm goes off, and you're just like, oh damn, it was just a dream. You're just like, well shit.
You're fuck, damn. Work.
But no, I really liked this movie a lot. Again, it's great. Again, I thought Dustin Dale understood the assignment. I thought he was a great choice to pick up. Also, real quick, Stop with this John Watts hate. I keep seeing this on TikTok and Twitter. Man, fuck John Watts,
he
man.
put out some good fucking movies.
There's a weird hate. Yeah.
Kiss my
I
ass.
recently...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I recently saw, Spider-Man Homecoming, like, the other day, and I was like, man,
fantastic movie.
This is really great. Like, especially with Aunt May being there, too, as well.
Oh, my
it's
God,
just
bro.
like... It's so warm for some reason.
Yeah, it's very wholesome. It's a very wholesome movie.
Very wholesome. It's very wholesome.
It's a wholesome movie. And I keep seeing people like, oh, John Watts, count your days, but shut up. Like,
what are you talking about?
You guys also know that like people are like, oh, like No Way Home looks bad. Because it was COVID, they had to shoot in Atlanta on a green screen because they were not allowed to shoot anywhere else. Do you did not know how to work on production or a set, whatever, when COVID?
I don't want to hear no complaints
on.
about this movie when everybody was going to fucking see it.
Oh my God!
If it was that fucking bad, we wouldn't have had 4 Spider-Man movies.
No, he's exactly. So I really love that Destiny on Credit has given John Watts a lot of praise. Other filmmakers have Michael Giacchino, who I love his score in this. But Giacchino to me is one of my favorite composers. I mean, Up makes me cry every time I watch that movie. The score is beautiful. God. Super 8, Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol. I mean, all these. I mean, he's a legendary. Beautiful composer, and I thought his score in this was refreshing, and it was new because he kept his kind of the theme of this Homecoming trilogy, but added new flavor to it, and I love that. So big shout out to Michael Giacchino. Also, real quick, I have to shout out to the writers of this movie, who also wrote the last 4 movies as well. Chris McKenna and Eric Summers, but also Justin Kurtzikis, who also wrote Challengers, did the rewrites for this. But I got to give a shout out to Chris McKenna and Eric Summers, who wrote all 4 of these movies. I think they're both good. I think they're great writers. They also wrote stuff like the Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, Community. Great writers. So I want to make sure I feel like they understood Spider-Man from the last few movies, but also they understand the character very well. And on the podcast, we always say, do not hire people or do not take a job if you do not know the character. If you don't know the character, we're going to know. And it's obvious to the audience, obvious to the viewer, i.e. the showrunner of this Harry Potter series. You seen the movies or books? No. Shit. So it's like you got to know you got to know the lore and character enough to write.
You got to know the lore. You got to know the lore, man.
You got to understand the character.
You got to dive in. You can't just take a job because you think it's really, really cool or whatever it is, and you go on set first day, or you go on your writing session with your co-writer or writer. It doesn't exactly matter, and then it's like, let's do this, and it's like,
no.
Yeah, it's got to make sense. The character's got to make sense with the story. Like, I like the Quentin Tarantino movies. I wouldn't get him to make a Spider-Man movie.
No, hell no.
You know what I mean? It's like,
no.
Just because they're like a good director, it don't mean that. Having said that, I would definitely watch a Quentin Tarantino Spider-Man movie.
Only director,
but that doesn't mean that it should happen.
Yeah, I don't want to see Spidey saying the N-word repeatedly.
Everybody would be calling Spider-Man the N-word.
Wait, what? What'd you just say? Don't worry about it, bro. Go ahead, Moses.
The only director that I think that can literally like do any genre, if they were like still like in their prime, and maybe they're not anymore, is Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Any other director, I'm like, you like just stay in your lane. If you cannot do an action movie, then don't do an action movie.
Fine.
Stick to horror, stick to romantic comedy, and it's fine. But yeah. The one thing about this movie, though, I know we're about to run out of time, Nick, but the one thing I would say is, I wish that there was a scene in this movie where, like Spider-Man was like, I don't know. I wish there was more like more swinging. I know we had swinging.
Yeah.
I know we had a few here in the beginning, but awesome. I wish there was one where he was like, he was just doing more swinging, where he was chasing after a bad guy, like just maybe for the last last scene. I don't know. Maybe I gotta go watch it a third time or a second time.
He was a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man like finale swing. Like,
I was just about to say that.
Man. I just wanted it. I think that's what I wanted. It's like a Tobey Maguire like final scene where he's just like, I am Spider-Man, and then he just swings and then cut to black. That would have been great.
That would have been dope.
So fucking
I would have rather had that than a handshake.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah.
Hands
Moses
down.
like, man,
Hands
fuck
down.
that. No, the handshake was pretty cool. I wanted Daredevil to be in the fucking movie. Because y'all got Punisher, y'all got the fucking hand. I did not like how they did the hand, I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
It was cool.
Yeah, I don't like how they did the hand too as well, because it's like they're the hand.
I'm
they're
like,
not, they're not like
don't just be grabbing some random ninjas. I said. Don't just be doing that and then like, okay, well, I guess they're in the fucking movie now. No, you could, because I was telling Doug, like, especially since you got Cretton directing it, like, because I don't know everything that's going on with the Shang-Chi movies. I don't really know the lore like that, but I would have had some extra like I would have some extra people from the 10 Rings essentially replace the hand. Because I'm kind of like, he's like, oh, they're just some lost kids. I'm like, the hand? It's like an immortal ninja clan. It's kind of like I feel like they wouldn't just be hanging out looking for someone to tell them what to do.
Hell no.
Yeah.
No.
I'm with you on that.
It's like it's Daredevil. I know y'all had Matt Murdock in the last one. I need to see a Spider-Man Daredevil team up, because Daredevil is like, he's like a combination of like Batman and Spider-Man, but like with no powers and like twice as much misery, because he's got that guilt.
Wait, he has powers. He does have powers.
I don't. He's blind and he's agile. He
can hear things, right? He can hear.
I don't know if that constitutes as a power, though. I think it's like I think it's like he has powers the same way Captain America has powers, where y'all are kind of above human in some way, but not enough to where I would say like, well, Captain America has superpowers or like Daredevil has superpowers. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, I get that.
And that's not me saying like
they're on the juice.
That's not me saying like maybe they don't have powers. It's just I personally haven't ever like really, or like it's been like a gray area. I don't know if I would consider them to be superpowered beings or not. Enhanced for sure, but either way, like Daredevil was kind of like, again, you got that mix of like Spider-Man and Batman, so it's like that would be a cool kind of mentor mentee type thing. But without spoiling it, if you've seen Daredevil Born Against Season 2, it does make sense as to why he's not in this movie. But again, y'all got the hand in the fucking trailer for Spider-Man.
He should have been. He should have. Yeah.
He should have been like, y'all could have something.
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. The hand, I'm like, I don't know, man. I get we need to have him fight somebody at the end, and it was a cool fight scene, but nah, I would have just got some 10 Rings dudes. I'm some ninjas again.
Or fight, like I don't know, like there's like he could have fought some other guys too as well.
They could have. They could have. And I did like that Destin pulled a lot in from the game. Like, there's a lot of callbacks to the video game, both the Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2 games. Where I was like,
movies, yeah. Oh, matter of fact, Doug, because I was telling you, there was, and I'm gonna be really quick about this, where I had mentioned like there was like a couple of allusions to, I think like the Tobey Maguire one. When he was fighting the Hulk, they were falling out the building, and that inhibitor chip was falling. Yeah. When Spider-Man did the thwip with his web to try to like catch it, it reminded me of in Spider-Man 3
the Ring.
He was fighting the Ring. It reminded me of that.
Yeah.
That was hot. That's hot.
That was hot. No, I didn't think about it until now. You're right. That's a great. That's a great scene in the third movie, and it works in this one as well. And I love when he mentioned Peter 2. Peter 2 was cool. He had them, whatever. I love that reference. Real quick, and we'll end on this post-credit scene. Do you think it's Secret Wars? Do you think it's another Spider-Man? Do you think it's Miles? Like, what do we think? Like, quick guesses, real quick.
I think it's a Secret Wars thing.
Okay.
I think it's just like maybe there's like another Spider-Man on another planet or so. Either Toby or Andrew, or maybe like Tom is out there. Maybe saw 3 of them or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say the same. I think it's a Secret Wars thing.
Okay.
Unless they're doing, maybe it can even be, like Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, or into, it can maybe be that, because they are in a different like dimension or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it couldn't be that though. I feel like that would, you know.
The next Spider-Man movie is sorry. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say all due respect, I did not like that end credit scene. Y'all had us wait the entire credit.
That was
weak. I'm not gonna lie, that was weak. That was
so weak, bro.
That was weak.
I saw my sister and her kids on Sunday, and like they were hyped for the end credit scene, but I didn't know how to tell them like, hey, you could probably skip it. So like I had to sit through the credits with them, and then like they're like, wait, that was it. I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't
make this movie, but
yeah, I'm like, I just bought the ticket, bro.
I think
bought the tickets, bro.
I want to say this is me being naive again. I already kind of be like, oh, maybe kind of being optimistic. I kind of think it's Tobey, because I know there's rumors of Tobey being in Doomsday, the opening scene of Doomsday. Like there's a rumor of like he's like in the opening scene with him and Wolverine with like the 2000s X-Men. That's the rumor, but I would hope it's him or Andrew, but it's either Tobey and Doomsday or second guess would be Secret Wars. Kind of like there's a rumor like, what is it, Battle Worlds? Like you got to fight all the different variants of a character.
Yeah,
and that's where we might see, I guess, all three Spider-Men again with Tobey and Andrew and Tom.
I feel like we're gonna see one Spider-Man in Doomsday though.
Yeah, you know? Not Tom.
I think Tom. I know it's not gonna be Tom.
I think he's,
but I know it's gonna be. I know it's going to be. I mean, he wasn't going to be in it either way, but I know it's probably going to be, Tobey. I hope it's Tobey.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You
what's funny? I'll send you guys this after we end this call. You have to watch. I think it was France. Watch the reaction opening night for No Way Home is one of the best videos you'll ever see in your life, because people are howling like dogs. Ah, Tobey! They're like barking. And I watched the other day after seeing it with you guys, and I'm like, I don't know, like it makes me laugh and smile every time I see it. But it's one of the best like theater reactions ever. Is that video? But yeah, guys, we'll see. Oh wait, out of 10 though, real quick, what'd you guys give Brain or Day?
8.
Go ahead, Nick.
I give it an 8 out of 10. Like an 8.8.
Okay.
I'll probably give it a 8.8 and a half.
Hold on.
Not a D. Not a D.
Hold up. You got a fucking
8.8 and a half.
My man's got a fucking decimal point and a fraction as the rating. That's some crazy math right there, my brother.
I know.
That's some advanced physics.
I know. I was just being funny, bro. I was just being funny because you said 8.8. But no, I'll definitely give it I'll give it an 8.5 for sure.
Yeah,
it's definitely my favorite. My favorite out of the Tom Holland trilogy, Spider-Man trilogy, for sure. I definitely think it is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. I think I gave it a 9 originally, but after rewatch, I'm down to an 8.5. Just because of things I would like to see differently, but still enjoyable movie. Listen, it's the biggest movie opening weekend of all time. Congratulations to everyone involved. Tom Holland, man, you better keep that calcium ready, man, because you're playing this to the quote Deadpool Wolverine till you're 90.
Yeah, hey, we ain't letting you go, bro.
Yeah, bro, you ain't going nowhere, man. Talk about, I'm just nah, bro. You better sit your ass there, bro. Was it quote the primetime trailer we're passing today? Take a seat. Take a seat.
You know what's crazy? You guys know what's crazy before we end?
Yeah.
Literally, I think I'm forgetting their exact names, the personal names, but the actor that plays Magneto and
Ian McKellen?
And Professor Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
They're almost 90 years old, bro.
Yeah. So they're 90. You're 90. Till you're 90.
Hey, that's kind of wild, man. Oh wow.
Till you're 90.
Because it makes me feel like Kevin Feige put like that till you're 90 line in depth of Wolverine. He's like, I'm not fucking joking around. Y'all know this, right?
Suit up.
I've been working with these guys since the year fucking 2000.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Till you're 90. Dang. Hey Kevin, he ain't fucking around, man. He ain't playing.
Drink your Metamucil, get your naps in. You're take your pills. You're not going nowhere.
8 hours in, get your fucking 1-a-day vitamins, man. We got work to do.
You ain't going nowhere, but yeah, guys, brand new day is now, again, killing in the box office. Probably going to be one of the biggest movies of the year, if not the biggest movie of the year. Again, making all kind of box office records and history. Again, man, Spider-Man is timeless no matter who's playing it, what story's behind it. Spider-Man seems to be the one of the few superheroes that still brings people back to the theaters and audiences alike. And we'll end on this real quick. Favorite Spider-Man movie?
Favorite Spider-Man movie? I got mine.
Go ahead.
Spider-Man 2002 Tobey Maguire.
Nice.
That's my number one Spider-Man movie of all time.
Moses?
I keep going back to the very original one, the very first one.
Tobey?
You know?
It's the best one.
Yeah,
I think for me it is like a lot of nostalgia, but
but I know there's a lot of nostalgia too. I know it has to do with nostalgia, which is completely, like fair and everything like that. But yeah, it's just I always go back to that, man. Just following this guy who's trying to be Spider-Man and also just live a normal life as Peter Parker. I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Something about it just speaks to us on some like fundamental level that we can't completely fathom.
And like him being in love with like Mary Jane and everything, and I don't know, man. I think that it's if it's like a normal like a superhero like story, if somebody like me had powers, right? Hear me? Sorry about that. I don't know.
You're good. You're back.
Okay. Sorry.
You're good.
But yeah, I don't know. I just keep going back to the movie. I think it's great overall, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. I'm with you. I love that movie so much. It's tough, man. I think I'm Spider-Man 2 still, just because of I'm waiting in line for that movie opening night with my dad and just being like extremely excited. But it's tough, man. It's really tough. But I think to be the odd man out here, I love that first Tobey Maguire one dearly, but I think I would go 2004 Spider-Man 2 for that. But it's tough, man. It's tough. Again, I like all the movies too. There's not a bad Spider-Man movie if you ask me. There's like my least favorites, but I still, for the most part, I like all the movies. Personally speaking, I like all of them. But again, speaks the volumes of who this character is and what he means to all of us and so many people alike. And on that, folks, we will end on this. But before we go, Nick, starting with you, where can our lovely audience find you at home on social media?
You can find me right here at the Genre of Your Life podcast. You can find me on Instagram at Ahmad Johnson98. And wherever you are enjoying a movie, sometimes even a television show, heck, maybe just listening to a good old-fashioned classic, good, positive song, I'll be there.
I like that. I like that. Hard top that. Moses?
You can find me on social on Instagram at Moses Lawi _. You can find me on my website too as well, directed by moseslawi.org. You can also find me here, always, every day with these two lovely people at the Genre of Your Life podcast.
Every day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on replay. On playback.
On replay.
On replay. Yeah, we're here. We are there.
I was like, nah, I got y'all once a week.
If you're listening to us on Spotify or anywhere else, I'm there every day.
Yeah,
me too.
On playback, we're there. We are there. You can find me, of course, at almost every IMAX showing of The Odyssey. No, I'm kidding. I can't afford that. I can't afford that. I'd be broke by tomorrow. No, you can find me here with these amazing guys. People, again, these two guys who I'm just honored to share this podcast with and to grow this Midway Ave brand with. Of course, you can find me on my personal Instagram at The Young Jones. You can find me on Twitter or X at CapriSun _. Of course, find our socials, Instagram and YouTube. We're rebranding the TikTok right now just for a restructure, I would say, but right now definitely Instagram and YouTube, of course, all one word, Midway Avenue Productions, and of course, Spotify, Apple, YouTube. You know where to find us. Subscribe, rate, review the show. But until then, everyone, stay well, stay safe, go to the movies. But of course, as always, we will see you guys at the movies.